I call this little jewel 435. I got an email from a drilling consultant named Michael Anthony, and Michael sent me this deal about the 435 representatives that we have in the Congress. Let me read it to you. It says, I'm sending this to absolutely every email address that ever crossed my computer. Some of you may get this twice. If that is the case, I apologize for repetition. Now, you can also find this in Obama.com. I have copied it into there. And I would wish that you would take it and send it to everybody that you know. All I ask is that you consider the suggestion I'm making. Now, Michael didn't write this. I called him and asked him, and he didn't write it, but he got it, and I think I agree. Well, I do know I agree with it. The entire Congress of the United States is corrupt, and I mean both houses. I mean both major parties. I realize that a few members of each house are independents, and at least one is a declared socialist. But as a group of people, they are absolutely the most corrupt bunch ever to disgrace this nation. In November of 2010, the entire House of Representatives will have to stand for re-election, all 435 of them. 1/3 of the Senate, a total of 33 of them, will also stand for re-election. Vote every incumbent out. Every one of them out. And I mean every one of them, no matter their party affiliation. Let's start over in the House of Representatives with 435 people who have absolutely no experience in running that body, with no political favors owed to anyone but their own constituents. Let's make them understand that they work for us. They are answerable to us, and they simply have to run that body with common sense. 2 years later, in 2012, vote the next third of the incumbents in the Senate out. You'll know who they are because their names will be on the ballot, and in most cases will be shown as the incumbent. If you don't know who your senators are, there are only 2 for each state. Find out and then vote them out too. They're all corrupt. We can do the same thing in 2014, and by that time we will have put all new people in that body as well. All new senators, all new Congress. We the people have got to take this country back, and we have to do it peacefully. That's what the framers of our Constitution envisioned. Please, if you love this country, send this, as I have done, to absolutely everyone whose email address appears in your address book. This thing can permeate this country in no time. Let's make it happen. Vote the bums out. Let's take America back. If you like the way things are going in our country, then do nothing. Well, that's been the problem all along, is that we don't do anything about it. It's time. It is time to find out who's on your side, where are your jobs coming from. This government is taking away our jobs, it's taking away our freedom, it's taking away our basic rights. Health care is going to hurt us all, but it's going to put a feather in the hat of all these Democrats that are up there right now, and we need to get them all out. Everybody has something special that they owe somebody else, and the way the government works in Washington is not the way that we the people want it to work. Please copy this thing, paste it, send this video to anybody, everybody all over the country. We've got to get these 435 people out. It is absolutely a must. I have t-shirts on the website that say, vote them all out. Don't re-elect anybody. We've got to do this. We have to do this as the oil field community. Help us get the word out so that we can take our nation back. The oil field people, guys, we have a strong voice, but you as an individual, as one, you ain't got squat. But if you get together, if you unite for it, we can definitely come together and we can make a big difference. Our influence is unbelievable. United. If one guy's flying off here and one guy's flying off there, it ain't going to help anybody. But if we get together and we sit down and we do this, we can do it together. If you look at my website here at oilfieldtrash.com, if you look at this website and go down to obamaha.com, I guarantee you're going to find everything that's come across my desk, everything that comes across my desk about Obama, about the laws, about everything, what we can actually do about it. And this is what we can do. You need to help us, so get your butt in and let's get this thing done. It ain't going to hurt anybody to stand up for your own rights. I've worked all over the world, and I've seen it where you didn't have an opportunity to do a lot of the things that you wanted to do. I used to have a partner that whispered to me all the time because he had lived in a communist country all of his life. And I guarantee you, you don't want it. You do not want it, and that's what's coming. And if we don't get our act together and get this thing put together right, we're all going to lose the freedoms that we have right now. Unite, guys. Talk about it. Talk about it in the beer joint. Go to the bar in Midland, sit down, and talk about it. We've got to get something done about this. Now, I'm talking, don't reelect anybody. We've got a Texas governor coming up for re-election. You got a lady out of Washington that's been in Washington and in politics for a long, long time. Let's get some fresh meat in there, guys. Now, Rick Perry, I guarantee you he's an Aggie, and I like Aggies. But Kay Bailey Hutchinson, she is all Washington, D.C. She's old-time politics. So is Perry, and I think they all need to go. Let me tell you something else. Get behind somebody. Find somebody you like and donate to their campaign. I talked to a fellow named Sam Cox down in Austin the other day, and he's at the Tea Party over in Marble Falls. He said nickels and dimes make dollars. Now, I know you may not even have a job right now, but you could come up with a nickel or a dime and send it to whoever that you support. But get somebody new in there. That's all we can do, guys. Unite and get them out. Vote them out. Vote them all out. Go buy your T-shirts at oilfieldtrash.com and wear them proudly. I guarantee you there's plenty of shirts in there for a fella to look at, and every time I wear one of these, somebody says, hey, where'd you get that? Well, I tell them. And they're selling like hotcakes. There's tea parties going on right now. We need to get out there and get to the tea parties and unite against our existing government. We need to change out the whole deal. God bless America and the oil field. Talk to you later.